JE Triay was a key figure among the Palomos, or Doves, a group of Gibraltarians in the 1960s who advocated for dialogue and a final settlement with Spain. Their stance was seen as treasonous by the majority of Gibraltarians, and it led to riots, personal threats, and their effective ostracization. By the early 1970s, the Doves had been politically neutered, and JE Triay's influence had waned. However, the newly discovered correspondence suggests the Foreign Office still saw him as a useful way to measure public opinion. One of the documents describes how officials, including members of the Foreign Office, engaged JE Triay at a social function in Gibraltar. In this conversation, Mr Triay reportedly spoke of his frustration with Gibraltar's political climate and his belief that a settlement with Spain was inevitable. He referenced a plan to influence public opinion through an elite group of thinking Gibraltarians. The British officials encouraged him to elaborate on these ideas, later arranging private meetings where they took notes on his perspectives. In follow-up correspondence, Foreign Office officials appeared to be subtly pushing JE Triay towards more public advocacy. They realized he was a deeply unpopular figure in Gibraltar, but they saw value in him. The letters reveal a tone of amused detachment from the officials, with one noting that it'll be interesting to see how Triay gets on with his idea of establishing an influential minority. The Foreign Office had no real intention of supporting Mr Triay's efforts. Internal notes among diplomats reveal their skepticism about his credibility and the unlikelihood of his ideas gaining traction. In one memo, an official dismisses his proposals as false and destructive information. The Foreign Office distanced itself. For Gibraltar, this revelation adds a new layer to the already contentious history of the Doves. JE Triay would go on to stand for election as an independent in the 1976 election, and again in 1980 as a collective with 3 other candidates, but failed to earn a seat on both occasions. He would then turn to focus on his law practice and greatly scale back on his political commentary in public.